Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona have prioritized the summer sale of four players, according to new reports. Then, secondly, in this video, talking about Yuri Cruyff, the director of football, as Barcelona have made it official that the sporting director will leave Barcelona on June 30 when his contract comes to an end. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into the story in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. With the La Liga title in the bag, Barcelona will now put their full focus on resolving their financial fair play situation ahead of the summer transfer window, with there being a need to reduce their salary mass by 200 million euros and generate income at the same time. Player sales will hold the key for the newly crowned Spanish champions. And according to journalist Ashraf Ben Ayat, Barcelona are prioritizing the summer sale of four players in order to achieve fair play. The four stars in question are Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Frank Kessie, and Rafinha. Apart from these four priority exits, Barca will also offload players who are not part of the plans and they are looking for solutions. Ansu Fati's name has been linked most with a summer exit, even though President Joan Laporta affirmed earlier today that the club intends to keep hold of the 20-year-old attacker. The Spaniard is attracting interest from clubs in the Premier League and could attract a sizable transfer fee despite having had a difficult season. As far as Ferran is concerned, he too has not had the best of campaigns, but continues to have a market in the Premier League. And even though he does not wish to leave Barcelona, the Blaugrana are open to a sale and will discuss his exit with any interested team. Meanwhile, Frankie's exit is seen as more of a strategic maneuver as he is not a regular starter in Xavi's team, and considering that he arrived for free, all the fees generated from his sale can be written down as net profit in the balance sheet. There is no shortage of suitors for the Ivorian either, with clubs in Italy and England being credited with interest. As for Rafinha, he too is seen as more of a strategic exit due to the interest he is attracting from the Premier League and the possibility of fetching a big sum for his sale. Newcastle United have been heavily linked and can stump up the 80 million euro that Barca are demanding for him. Apart from these four stars, Barcelona will also look to sanction exits for out-of-favor players that are currently on loan, such as Sergino Dest, Clement Lenglet, Samuel Umtiti, and Alex Collado. This will be crucial for the La Liga champions to achieve fair play margin that could then enable them to register new contracts of several players and sign new players, including Lionel Messi. Of course, this upcoming summer will be a very interesting one to watch because there are a lot of things that needs to be sorted out, a lot of things, because we know that financial fair play can't be achieved if we don't follow the rules, if we don't sell players, which means player sales will be necessary this summer. And of course, there are players that the rumor may have continued to show us or have continued to bring their names out, and of course that they likely to be sold. We'll talk about players such as Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Frank Kessie, Rafinha. Those are the four notable players that can possibly be sold in the summer. Of course, we know that those players have not been at their best. Talking about Ansu Fati, a player who was expected by many Barca fans to step up his game, especially after having an injury-free season without any problems. He has been fit 100% majority of this season, but have failed to impress onlookers. And Ferran Torres as well, another forward that has greatly disappointed many of us, have no impact whatsoever. Xavi has been benching him for most part of the season, and the player does not even look as a player who wants to improve anytime soon. And definitely, Barcelona need to sell some of these guys, because right now, if we don't sell, or if there is no sacrifice, then there's no way we are going out in the summer window to buy any new players. Of course, Well, I've been talking about Rafinha as well. I think Rafinha shouldn't be sold, in my own opinion. I think Rafinha is a player who have at times step up his game, especially in the absence of Usman Dembele. When Dembele was out injured for about 4 months, Rafinha was there, and I think Rafinha he did quite fairly well in that position. And even we have been seeing Dembele who have returned back in injury, but we still see Rafinha doing quite a spectacular job, even with Dembele being on the bench. And of course, I think Rafinha shouldn't be sold, in my opinion. I think next season Rafinha will be even more better than he is in this season. And another player that the rumor is saying, talking about Frankese, there is nothing wrong about Frankese. There's nothing wrong about Frankese. If Barca do sell Frankese, then it's just maybe because they have entered a situation where they must sell a player in order to have that space on their wage bill. But for me, I think Frankese, just after one season being sold, is a little bit harsh because I think this guy is a player that any big club in Europe would like to sign. And here we have Frankese, I think he can be very useful in some certain games, but selling him for me will be a little bit harsh. I think whenever he has been called by Xavi to play, this guy have put on his best performance. Yeah, he have tried his best to ensure that because I can't see any wrongdoing in the performances he have shown this season. I think Frankese even though he's not the kind of midfielder that Xavi really actually wants, he's not the most technical player, but I think he has a lot of attributes that many other teams will want in their team. And I definitely think if Frankese can stay again for next season, many Barca fans will be happy about that. Then on to the final story of discussion. In a major development, FC Barcelona have officially confirmed that sporting director Yuri Cruyff will be leaving the club on June 30 when his contract expires. Cruyff joined Barca as the sporting director in September 2021 as part of Joan Laporta's restructuring of the administration. The Dutchman has worked closely with the club president, director of football Matteo Alemany, and the manager Xavi Hernandez over the past 2 years, helping build a successful team that has won the La Liga title this season. Yuri Cruyff's contract with the clubs expires on June 30, and there had been speculations that he was considering leaving, especially after it emerged that Alemany will also be not continuing after next month. And the Blaugrana have confirmed that it is indeed the case, with the 49-year-old set to move on from the club to undertake new professional projects. The statement issued by Barca read, FC Barcelona sporting director Yuri Cruyff will not renew his contract with the club at the end of the season due to the desire to undertake new professional projects. This is what he communicates this morning to the president of the entity, Joan Laporta, in an emotional meeting in which Cruyff argued his departure in search for new challenges after 2 seasons at Barca. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.